Welcome back to Bombshells at the Villa. Jenny, how we
Woo!
feeling?
Not great.
Not super great. No. Ay, this show, man. This
Yeah.
past week, I will say, was not insanely eventful, but also very eventful. Like, this is the shortest my notes have been, but we lost a lot of soldiers this week.
Yeah, it was massacre for sure. Voluntary and involuntary.
Yeah. I mean, damn, 5 people at once was
A lot.
a lot. I literally wrote, "Big chunk of people gone."
They're trimming off the fat. We're getting into the home stretch
Yeah, we're
now.
trimming the fat. We're getting the prime cut ready to be served.
Yep. For the
Yeah,
finale this Sunday,
I know,
which is
crazy. Should
weird.
we
I
save
feel
our
like we're not
predictions
ready.
until the end?
Yes,
Okay,
definitely. I think so. I think so.
alright. So we'll make our finale because this is our second to last episode.
Yeah. Oh
We'll
my
do our
gosh.
final episode next Tuesday.
It went by really fast, but at the same time, it's been like 500 years.
This show, man, it just it's like having another full-time job. I'm up way past my bedtime watching this show every single day, and then I wonder, oh,
Oh.
sorry, I dropped my microphone. Then I
This is
wonder
what
why
Love
I
Island
can't.
does to you.
It's what Love Island does to you, and then it's just a summer show, and you're sweaty, and it's tiring outside, and then you come home, and then you watch people on TV that are even more exhausting.
Yeah, I don't even know where we should begin this week. Like, do you want to?
Yeah, I mean, I think we should start with the elephant in the room. Sierra went bye-bye.
My
Bye-bye.
girl.
Bye-bye. Sierra has left the villa for personal reasons.
Yeah, but we all know.
We know what's up. Honestly, though, a lot of people are speculating on how much the cast knows because nobody seemed really all that sad that she left.
Yeah, so are you thinking that means they must know, right? And they don't feel bad because you said racial racial slurs.
They're like, we don't want to be associated with that. I mean, yeah, I mean, especially Nick, like he was not as torn up. I mean, maybe they didn't show him if he like had a real reaction to it. I There's some speculation that I honestly don't. I think their entire relationship on both sides was a sham. I think that she was very calculating in the way that she moved, and I think he just kind of went with the easiest option. Because I think if Alandria
Yeah,
was 100% in on him, he would have been very much into that because he's into it
agreed.
right now again. So
Again, Landria,
yeah.
girl, I don't know what you're doing, but yeah, I
Mhm.
I agree. I really had hopes for them, and but I think now, like looking back at it, there's a lot of clips of just Nick with Sierra versus Nick with Alandria, and he's just
Mhm.
more giddy and interested. And that could just be because it's always fun to have something new,
Right.
new sparks, and he had been with Sierra basically the whole time. But I agree. I do kind of wonder if they were just the safe choice for each other because there was a long stretch that there were no interested ladies in our little
Mhm.
boy Nick. So kind of
Yeah.
really
The
didn't
girlies
have
at
a
home love
choice.
him though. He's gonna
I
have
know.
many dates when he leaves the
He'll be
villa.
fine.
He'll be okay. But honestly, Sierra should be so lucky to have have experienced such a connection into blah blah.
Just
Like,
had multiple
please,
really strong connections.
multiple
So
really strong
by her
connections.
logic, she should have been voted off anyways.
She should have
So
been booted off weeks ago in her eyes. Like,
saved
she should have been
the
so lucky to have been given the opportunity to explore multiple connections.
yeah. She
Like,
really,
please,
her
please.
logic. I have been on Ace this whole season for being
Mhm.
strategic and just Ace, but I
Yeah.
agree. Like I think Sierra knew exactly what she was doing.
She knew exactly what she signed up for. She's a fan of the show. She had a Love Island birthday party.
I know. So funny.
Please. Please. Last time I had a themed birthday party, I was 7.
Yeah, I don't
She had
even
this
know.
birthday party last year.
She manifested her future. but she probably didn't see
The
this
future
coming.
was not very bright for her. She probably would have been a more successful influencer if she just didn't even bother going on the show, because
Yeah,
if you're gonna go on a show like this, people are gonna dig up your entire past all the way back until you were enrolled into kindergarten. So
100%. They will find it.
everything you've said or done your entire life, people are gonna figure it out. And
Yeah,
especially when someone like her is trying so hard that it's embarrassing to be an influencer,
I
people are
know.
gonna watch you even more.
It's a shame because I really liked her. I thought she came across as pretty emotionally intelligent, but like,
She's media
and
trained.
yeah, and I think I fell for it. I was duped by her
Yeah, and
media
it's like, is
training.
she emotionally emotionally mature, or is she just PR trained? Does she know
Yeah,
what to say?
honestly. And like, I don't know if there was just one instance of her saying something inappropriate or, a racial slur, to be
Mhm.
frank. I think I saw that maybe there was multiple instances out there, but I've only ever really seen one actual screenshot.
Right. It
But
was just like her saying like she got Botox so she didn't look a certain way. It's like, are you kidding me?
crazy.
Why would that thought go through your brain?
Yeah, it's
And
just
then to type it out and then post it on the internet. Just the wave of events just
there
doesn't.
was she didn't think it through. So I'm really glad that
Yeah.
they took her out because there was a second where I was like, are the producers going to keep her
They
in
dragged
because
their
she's
feet for sure.
so engraved into the show? She had the relationship with Nick, but
Mhm.
I'm really glad they did the right thing. They pulled her
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
They didn't give her a chance to like say anything or try to like
Mhm.
convince us this is the wrong decision. They gave her the
Right.
Ulissa treatment, and I'm fine
Exactly,
with
and, like, if
it.
they didn't do this, Yulissa had a lawsuit on deck.
Yeah, right. Like the
Like, if they didn't get
situations
rid of
were the
Sierra,
same.
then because they were, like, editing her out of, like, the last couple of episodes, I feel like. She was, like, barely in
Yes.
them, and I even had in my notes that someone pointed out on TikTok when they did the, challenge where they, like, rated each other from, like, least to worst or least to best. Um, After Amaya was voted best, she moved her seat. Everyone went and sat back in the same spots except for Sierra. She went up to the top row. She was sitting front and center
Oh, I
because
didn't
she
notice
thought that she was
that.
in our line of sight. She moved and she sat in the back with Amaya.
Interesting.
Yeah, so people clocked all like I clock stuff certain times, and I love going on TikTok after an episode and having people clock stuff that
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't see because I'm like,
They're on.
that's so like because obviously if she thinks like, oh, America thinks Amaya is the best, then they're gonna show more of Amaya. And she's like, if I'm next to Amaya, then I'm there too.
Yeah.
But
And
that whole challenge was insane.
and the treatment that Amaya got from all the guys after that challenge too was hilarious.
Yeah. They're like, oh, mommy. And she's like, I've been mommy, please.
Yeah, I was so happy that she didn't give Zach the time of day, basically. It's
No,
just
her
like,
and Brian are very cute together. I very much like them
yes,
together.
I really like Brian. He
I
actually showed interest and support through action and sticking up with
right?
to her about how she called people babe and all that. Like,
She needed someone that could understand her background, and he has the same
yeah,
background. So I
yeah.
saw you'll think this is funny specifically. I saw someone say, "Wow, I can't wait for Brian to take Amaya out on dates in Everett. I
Yes.
can't wait to watch them scroll. She's gonna be shell shocked by the town of Everett."
Listen.
And people are like, "Is he gonna take her to Encore?"
Yes.
I was like, "That's so Massachusetts core, and I love it." Uh,
Yes. I forgot that he was
I was like,
from
Amaya
Mass.
Papaya, if you're coming to Everett, you give us a call. We'll be there. We will meet
She
you
was
at
like,
Encore.
would you come to New York? And I'm like, no, 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 no. Whoa, the other way
No, hold
around.
on, baby girl. I'll show
We'll
you
come
where
to
I'm from.
Boston.
I'm because I didn't at first I didn't think Everett, and now I'm like, no, that sounds right. That's where he's from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Imagine being from Everett.
Poor thing.
I know. But if he brings Amaya Papaya back, then
That would
that's a
be
slay for
great.
Everett.
I could definitely, it's tough. They don't have a lot of time to build something, but
But
I'm
they
really
went to the
happy.
hideaway last night,
I know. I was so
so that
mad
was
that people were
adorable.
annoyed with that
I
online.
was
I was
so glad
like,
that Shelly and Ace didn't go. Get them off my screen.
it seemed like they didn't even really want to.
I don't think Shelly even likes Ace, and I think Ace is sick of Shelly.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah, I
think she's
really
liked him
think
this entire
Shelley
time.
really wanted Chris.
No. I
So,
I'm just I don't know. I'm trying to think ahead of who I think the couple going home tonight is going to be. People are like, "Oh, it's totally going to be Iris and Pepe." I'm like, "The fans love Pepe.
yeah.
Pepe's not going anywhere, please." I mean, all the voting on this entire
Yes.
show is rigged, but
I'm
I'm
so mad that
sorry.
they didn't
People the fans
show
love
them
Iris and
our
Pepe. They're
top
not
vote.
going anywhere.
No, 100%. But in the voting thing, I was like, why didn't they tell them who our top 3 were?
Right.
I was like, I wish it was a rank voting to like make
The
the
voting thing is
3. Just
so no one can get
so
it right
annoying.
because when we pass it back to the Islanders, they always vote out the wrong people because of people like Sierra just getting rid of the wrong people. And then when we leave it up to us, I'm like, how did we end up with all of those people that were in that 5 that went home? I mean, granted, it was mostly the Casa girls that were left
I
besides Clark,
know.
which I didn't really feel any attachment to the girls that were
No, but I
more
felt
well.
bad.
And then
Jaden and
Andrina, I
Austin.
guess she kind of just turned out to be fake, and
Yeah, she seemed like
which
kind
was
of a mean
very
girl and
upsetting.
bitchy.
But she had
Yeah.
some Michael B. Jordan, I think it was. He was commenting on her Instagram, and I was
Oh,
like,
really?
"Don't even get me started on Michael B. Jordan. I am so upset about that." Like my celebrity crushes are Michael B. Jordan, Harry Styles, The Weeknd, and Chris Pine, and now Pepe. And she
Yes.
tried to slide in on Pepe, and I said, "No, no, no." But now she's getting Michael B. Jordan, and I'm feeling personally victimized. So
Did she know that that's your dream guy, your dream
does she
date?
know that that's my dream date? How dare she?
How
How dare
dare.
she my dream date?
It's hilarious,
That
but
has been
also
my
the
favorite thing
audacity.
because I'll see, like, a random TikTok of just somebody, like, posting, like, a vlog for their day, and some people will comment, be like, "Wow, my dream date."
You knew that.
Do that. Uh, so funny,
Yeah.
but, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Shelly and Ace go bye-bye tonight.
Me too. I think they're
However, I
my
don't
least favorite.
particularly think that's gonna be the case.
Who do you think it's going to be? Because it's based off of America's vote, right? That happened
Yeah,
before last episode.
yeah, I don't
Who did you
know.
vote for? Did you vote?
No, I didn't. I literally I'm so bad. I'm such a fake fan. I don't even have the app on my phone.
Oh, the audacity.
I
Who
let
would you
everyone
have
else
voted
do
for?
it. I just admire from afar. But I don't know. I think everyone really likes Iris and Pepe separately. And I literally wrote in my notes, but Iris and Pepe though,
I
love.
like them together.
I was very I mean, the whole TJ thing sucked, but I actually think
Yes.
her and Pepe have more chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
And Pepe
Yeah.
is just Pepe, like, Pepito, I wanna put him in my pocket, like, please. I think
He
they were made
should
for
have
each
the
other
cool
collab.
girl. Like Iris is chill. She seems more real, down to earth, and I feel
Mhm,
like that's a good vibe for Pepe. I just feel like they don't get like any airtime, and so even if they make it to the end, which I think will be hard, even with people really liking Pepe, I just feel like they haven't got enough
mhm.
anything, which is a bummer.
Yeah, I know, and I was trying to think back to last season when Leah and Miguel got serious, and I think it was around this time too, within, like, the last week or 2,
Yeah,
and they got
right.
2nd place, so
And they're still together, aren't
they
they?
are. They're
Yeah, that's
going
cute.
strong. They're very cute, and I'm wondering if that's gonna be kinda the same energy because I think Iris and Pepe work off the same brain cell.
Yeah, yeah. They seem very on the same page.
Mhm,
Very chill, very just good communication. I like it. I like the energy. And they look
mhm.
great together too, just as a couple.
They are just their
Beautiful
children their
people.
actual children will be beautiful.
Oh god, the baby challenge. I
The
can't deal
baby
with it.
or I mean, we got to see, like, the first little spat between Huda and Chris, and I think we had, like, a mini hurricane Huda, but I think it was just because she was having, like, PTSD from, like, missing her daughter,
Yeah,
stuff like
I
that.
know. Chris handled it so well. Like
Yeah.
that was just a perfect example again why I think, and we've talked about this before, Chris is
Mhm.
such a perfect match for Huda because he communicates.
Yeah.
See, guys, see what happens when you communicate your feelings and then ask how you can make things better and then listen and then do it? Good
PSA
thing.
to all men. Just do it.
Just
Just listen,
do
it's
it. And
okay.
then they did it, probably because
Mhm.
he listened.
Yeah,
So,
and I think Chris had a moment of like, "Whoa, girl, chill out," but then he's like,
yeah.
"No, that's my girl, she'll be okay."
Yeah, and, like, it makes sense. She probably missed her daughter a ton.
Yeah. And she Huda even said it herself, she's like, she's the only person in the villa that could remotely understand, so
Yes. I saw people online annoyed with that, like, perspective, and I was like, "But
mm,
she is
do you
the
have a
only
child,
one."
though? Like,
Yeah.
I
Like,
don't
it's
think
PMO
anyone
or
else
some
can
shit.
comment on parenthood other than parents.
I know. I'm like, nothing she said was wrong.
No, and it's like she literally said, like, verbatim, like, "The only people that will understand this are moms and dads."
Like, "Yep, makes
Yeah,
sense."
I don't I mean, I can, like, feel for her,
Empathize
but I've
and
never
yeah.
understand it. I have a dog, but she's not a person, like
Yeah, quite the same, though. We do have some,
yeah, pet
yeah,
parents, but
not the same.
and then you have the parents that are like, "Well, wait until you do it for real."
No, thank you.
No. Right.
But no,
But,
I think they
yeah,
did
I
great.
do like them together. I have a feeling that they'll make it to the finale. I'll be very surprised if they're the couple that goes home.
Yeah, I agree. The only other couple I could maybe see, and I kind of would feel bad, is Clark and Taylor. I
Mm,
do feel
I
really bad Clark got rated at the end.
yeah,
She actually seems like a really cool
I
person,
could
really
see them going
nice,
home for
really
sure.
chill, and I feel
Mhm.
like she's getting hate just because people are pissed at Taylor, but
Yeah.
I actually do think their relationship is genuine. I don't mind them together, quite frankly, but
Well, maybe it
I
is
don't
their
think
time to go because they were able to explore a genuine connection.
yeah, right. They could be closed off at this point, and
Yeah.
that's
I
the
know, I
key.
don't actually think they even had that conversation yet. I mean, they already are obviously closed off, but they never really had, like, a conversation about it.
No, well, that's because Taylor doesn't really have conversations
Taylor
about
doesn't
meaningful
speak.
things, period. So
I think Clark likes him that way too, so
I
to each
know.
their own, I suppose. Um, but yeah, I saw the teaser for tonight, obviously, and a lot of people think that it's gonna be Clark and Taylor, but then I'm like, "Yeah, but if they're making us feel like that in the teaser, then it's probably not what happens."
Yeah, like, it'll be an upset. I do think that the contenders are Iris and Pepe, Clark and Taylor. I can't really see anyone else, quite
I would
frankly.
love for Shelly and Ace to get off my
Same,
screen,
100%.
but I don't think it's gonna be them. Honestly,
No.
though, like, I think I dislike them equally now. And, like, Shelly's not doing a lot right now. I think she just kinda got lumped in with Sierra,
Mhm.
but I just feel like, what is she contributing? She's not doing anything.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people kind of express that they feel like she likes to be chased. She
Mhm.
likes the chase,
She just wants somebody to bark up her tree all day long.
and she wanted choices, she wanted options, and then
Mhm.
when Chris was like, "No," and Ace was kind of like, "I kind of want to be closed off," I think somehow it gave her the ick, I honestly feel like,
Mhm.
and she just doesn't want any of them.
Yeah,
So,
I she wanted to have her cake and eat it too, and she dragged her feet, and Chris fell for someone new.
it's like, that's what you get when you can't commit. It's all girl.
Mhm. And you know what? I think that Huda and Chris make a lot of sense together, so
I really like them. Yeah.
Mhm. Honestly, right now, I think all the couples that are together make sense together.
Mhm.
Iris and Pepe are just beautiful, and they make sense together. Amaya, Papaya, and Brian, he
So cute.
understands her. He doesn't yuck her yum like all the other men.
Hmm.
And
What are
then
your
Shelly
thoughts
and
about
Ace are just
Alandria and
made for
Nick?
each other because they both equally suck.
Yeah.
And honestly, though, Ace has gotten better, I will say, as the season's gone on, but I think it's just because he's exhausted.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about this. Like, I felt weird being on his side with the whole
Mhm.
triangle situation,
Yeah.
but as much as he irks me sometimes, I agree. I feel like he
Yeah.
can be very emotionally just he knows what he wants, he knows how to communicate. You can't blame him, but
He's very emotionally mature, and I think he really liked the baby challenge as well.
yeah, he was funny actually, I have to
Yeah.
say. That was really funny and he's been very goofy. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why I'm liking him more because he's less like manipulating or playing super strategically in the game and more just like having a good time and having fun, like him helping the date with Clark and Taylor and like running around all funny was just
The run, I
hilarious.
can't. I
It was so
literally I got
funny.
the ick. I hope Shelly didn't see that.
I loved it. I thought it
I
was
got
he's such a
secondhand ick.
goofball.
Like, no. Like, I love a goofball, but please never shake your hips like
His like
that.
little gremlin came out.
It was like, "Ee-nee." It was like
You
that TikTok
know,
song that's like, "Ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da." Yeah,
exactly.
no, thank you.
Ugh.
But yeah, I think the biggest crazy thing obviously was Sierra leaving and the recoupling. Um, Honestly, I think Nick's happier now than he has been all season.
I agree
And his
wholeheartedly.
mom, I guess, spoke out and said that Alandria is like his type and brings out the best in him. And I was just like,
Oh,
huh, interesting.
yeah. I, gosh, I don't know how to feel about them. I think it was clear Nick's feelings towards her. It's more
Hmm.
Alandria's, her perspective that I'm not vibing with in this situation at all. Like,
Hmm.
you close the door with Nick because I don't really know if she's actually like attracted to Nick,
Hmm.
but she closed it
Or
off
she just felt
initially.
bad. Like,
Yeah, because of Sierra as
yeah.
her friend and Taylor, but
Hmm.
I just don't really like just because Sarah's gone doesn't mean there wasn't a relationship. And she's the
Hmm.
one that's been really annoying about girlhood, sisterhood, girl code, whatever. And I'm like,
Hmm.
ironically enough, I actually think she's the one that's done the most ungirl code things this
I said
whole
it before and I'll
season.
say it again. The double standards on this season are insane.
Yeah, and I just, we don't hear any of the Islanders talking about Sarah leaving and how they felt. And so, for all we know, she feels really
Unless
shitty
they
about
cut
the
it
whole
out.
situation.
They probably cut
Yeah,
it.
they probably cut it out, but
Yeah.
it's just like, it's just, it's hard to watch them just pretend that Sarah didn't exist because
Mhm.
Alandria had been so trying to be mindful of her friend's feelings. And even
Mhm.
though she's not in the show, she's still like a person that exists in real life. So I just, it rubs me the wrong way, I think.
Yeah, especially if she wants to continue a friendship with her after the fact. It's like, so say this is what happens. Nick and Alandria couple up, they close off, they establish feelings for each other, and they win the show.
Could you imagine?
Then what? Does he just go back to Sierra? Like, but then
Yeah,
again, it's like, did the Islanders know why she left? Because nobody really
right.
seemed all that sad unless they cut out all that part.
Yeah, yeah.
But
It's hard. I mean, it is. I think really hard, and probably why the producers were putting it off because it definitely does. I think muddy the game now for
yeah.
Nick and Alandria. Like Nick, I feel less weird about it because we knew he liked Alandria.
Mhm.
Alandria did not show any interest in Nick. They've
Yeah.
been really good friends, but I don't know if there's any like romantic interest for her.
Yeah.
And so it's just weird. Like, I don't really want to see them make it to the end, but I wouldn't mind if they try to continue to explore it outside the game. It's just, I wish she held some accountability for the fact that she is like going on her friend's guy.
Mhm.
Just because she got taken out doesn't mean that they didn't have feelings for each other, at least on
Right.
Sierra's side.
Right. And like I'm just waiting for Sierra to start talking because somebody's probably trying to get her on the podcast right now, but like
I don't know if she
I
should. She's getting her training done first.
honestly though, a lot of people probably don't even want to be associated with her.
No,
Like,
don't want to
yeah,
give her a
there's like lore
platform,
behind it, but like at the end of the day, like she still said what she said, so not everybody wants to be associated with that.
which honestly respect.
Yeah, and she's probably not. I love people being like Sierra thinking she was going to come out of this with a
I
million brand
know.
deals, and there's other brands that are literally like promoting like Huda and Amaya without even them being there.
Yep. I'm like, ooh, sorry, girl. It's not what you thought this was gonna be.
Sorry, you didn't get what you wanted. Because honestly, though, she probably just jinxed herself.
Yeah.
She was trying too hard. She wanted it too bad. The universe doesn't give you things that you eagerly try for.
It is crazy though. Like
Mhm.
two people had to get taken out of the game because of things that you
Yeah,
could have
they better
found
do better
online.
background checks next season
Like,
because
hello.
they need to like. This is why people were like, they need to release the cast before the premiere
Yeah,
so
let
that
the
all the
internet do the
trolls of
work.
the internet do the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out in
They'll
like
find
2
it.
days.
They'll
Probably
find it.
less.
That's why I'm like, I don't have anything incriminating on any of my social medias, but yet I am still anxious if for some
I
reason I
know.
blow up one day and I'm like something I said when I was like 12. I know
I
that I have
know.
nothing bad on my social media, but sometimes people find stuff and you
I
don't even
know.
know
You're
existed.
like, I said that? Like,
I'm like,
damn, I do
who put
suck.
that on my Twitter?
It was hacked?
I'm like,
No,
what? Yeah,
100%.
I can't even access my Twitter. So you know what?
I've never
Have
been
at
out of
it.
Twitter. For the longest time, I thought it was called Tweeter. So,
Twitter.
yeah, because you tweet. I thought it made
I
sense.
used to just get into fights with people I went to middle school with on Twitter when I was like younger.
Amazing.
So
Amazing.
people will be like, "She's aggressive." Like,
Yeah, it's like the only reference they have of you
yeah.
online.
But no,
Uh,
I mean, it's true. The trolls of the internet will find something. So don't post stupid shit on the internet.
I
Sorry,
know.
it's common sense. Like you want to have a career in the internet, then
It's there
don't post stupid
forever.
shit on the internet.
Yeah. No,
It's like, what? Like you post an entire rant being like, yeah, I get Botox because of this. It's like, it's not
it's not it,
like,
girl.
are you think that you're being like relatable? I think she seriously thought that her post was relatable.
Crazy. I've never met anyone, have heard, have even thought of that word. It's
Mhm.
just like to have that be in your vocabulary is actually just crazy for me. But
Like, why would we type that out and say, yeah, that sounds good? Post.
I know, and there's no way you don't know that it's a racial slur. Like it's very obvious what
It's
that
so obvious. And
word
it's
is
just like,
intending to
does it
mean or
not?
insult.
And you can't even be like, oh, like, I think I was like, I meant to say something else. It's like, you didn't,
No,
though, because in
not
the
girl.
context of the way you used it was insanely racist. Like, I just,
100%.
uh,
100%.
it's,
Hopefully she'll learn from this. Hopefully
people
she'll
think
never
she's
say
like
that
buying
again.
followers on Instagram, which I think is hilarious.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She lost a ton of followers, and
As
then
you
now they're
should.
like going up all of a sudden.
Sus.
So I don't know. And like all of her influencer friends that were like running her account, they're like, and when Sierra comes out and sees that she has 1 million followers on Instagram, then like you guys are all like, she'll have the last laugh. It's like,
Mm, sorry.
sorry,
No.
we all have the last laugh now.
Thank God. Well,
But
good riddance. Bye,
good
Sierra.
riddance. I
Never have to
didn't,
talk
I
to her
never
again.
fully, I liked her for like a split second in the beginning, and I just slowly started to not like her as the season
Yeah,
went
you
on.
clocked it.
I
I
saw
fell
someone
for it.
say I saw someone say, she looks like she's cosplaying as 2008 Vanessa Hudgens at Coachella,
Yes. Oh my
and she
God.
is. Like,
I could
honey.
see it.
Like, at first I was like, "Oh, she's cool, she's chic," and then I'm just like, "She's stuck in
Uh,
2008."
yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Because like,
those
then you
those
put her next
Coachella
to, like,
outfits by Hudgens were slay, but
yeah, like, you put her next to Iris, and Iris is just, like,
so
s
cool.
very simply gorgeous. And it's
Yeah,
like, she's just not doing all the crazy stuff, you know?
I agree. Speaking of Iris, have
Mhm.
you seen the rumor going around that she tried to leave the villa when TJ got sent home?
Really? Like, she
Apparently,
tried to leave
her
with him?
roommate and such, and like said this, and the producers didn't leave her, let her. Now, how the fuck her roommate fucking knows this shit beyond
Mhm.
me. But it is interesting. I did have a thought. I'm like, could she just
Unless
leave?
TJ, like, reached out to her people or something and said that.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, like
Maybe.
the people that left saw it go
Mhm.
down, but be interesting. I could see that she was very upset, but they hadn't been
She would.
together for that long, so I don't know if she really felt
Mhm.
obligated to do
I mean,
that.
and you
But
never know. There could be hope on the outside, but her and Pepe, I just feel like
I love them.
melted into each other. And now they've
Yeah,
been fused into one. Yeah. And like people are like, "Oh, Iris is boring. She doesn't get any screen time." I'm like, "She's funny. Like she's like you have to listen to her talk." And like she doesn't get a lot of screen time because she's unproblematic.
yeah, she's a unproblematic queen.
Exactly. And Pepe's an unproblematic king.
Exactly. So they're perfect for each other.
Yeah. I
I
keep seeing
would be
people
happy to
say
see
like,
them in the end.
yeah.
So they probably won't
I
make.
um I keep seeing people be like, "Oh, Pepe's into blondes, so I'm gonna go dye my hair."
Yes, he has a type.
Like, all right. I went back. I was blonde in 2020. I can bring it back.
Like, huh? I was like, no,
Don't
I'm
tempt me
engaged.
with a
I'm
good
good.
time. I will do it for my man Pepe. But yeah, I think Sierra's a clout chaser, and I'm glad she's gone. And I think Iris and Pepe are beautiful and stunning and smart. And
It all worked out
yeah,
for the better,
and
hopefully.
honestly, I hope Nick and Alandria work it out, figure it out, because I I liked her a lot up until recently, and I think it's just because the girlhood stuff. And so my thing is like, if Nick's your soulmate, then like it's fine. Just lean into it. Don't teeter on the edge because she's sitting out here being like, girl hunt, girl hunt. It's like, okay, well, you're not making a decision either which way, whether you're going to move in on your friend's ex man. So, like,
Yeah,
either do it or don't do it. And then whichever one you choose, shut up. Do it and shut up, or don't do it and then shut up.
I agree. And I feel like it's frustrating because Landria, I feel like, is getting off easy
Hmm.
by Sierra just basically getting taken out of the game.
Yeah.
And she can now just basically, I mean, basically, this is what they said. And what all the other people watching them is that they now don't have to worry about other people's feelings, but they didn't have to like acknowledge it or navigate the tricky situation of having to explore multiple people at the same
Right.
time. Like they, to
Like the
me,
forbidden love, they just kind of gave, it
yeah,
was
they
given to
were
them.
the ones that, you know, what Ace and everyone was preaching of not
Hmm.
playing the game correctly. I feel like they were the example of how, because
Yeah.
they were closed off, Landry with Taylor, Nick with Sarah, that they didn't give themselves opportunities to actually explore. And Landry and Nick could have been a thing way sooner, and they did themselves a disservice by not actually giving that a chance. So,
Sierra stuck her claws into Nick very early on, like day 2.
yeah, exactly.
And then they just started humping like bunnies.
Oh, God.
You know what? I think I had talked about this last week or the week before. I was like, "Do they have, like, contraceptives in the villa or whatever?" And then that was confirmed because someone put a condom on Huda's
That was
pillow.
so funny. She's like, "Who did
And I was
that?"
like, "How dare they have the Love Island logo on the on the freaking condoms?"
Oh, did they? I didn't notice
Yeah, it was
that.
the
I'm
Love
dead.
Island heart. They had it on the condoms. I'm like, "Okay, well, good to know." Imagine sleeping in a room with 10 other people and then having to get up to get a condom out of the bowl
Oh my God, it's like a
and then
weird
going
walk of
back.
shame.
Like, I'm sorry, if you're going to smush in the villa, go outside where you belong.
Yeah,
Like,
who did that? Someone did that. Oh, TJ and
I think TJ and
Iris.
Iris. Yeah, I don't know if they hooked up, but they went outside. Maybe
It's
they
the way to
did.
go.
Did they
I don't
hook
know.
up?
I don't actually know.
I think they might have. But in the
Either way.
clips, it looks like her and Pepito get it on.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, doing the honestly though, like now they're all like Eskimo sisters and friends and stuff. It's like you guys all like hooked up with each other. Like it's icky.
Yeah, they are all
Intertwined.
intertwined. Yeah,
Yep.
but teach your own, I suppose.
Yeah.
At least Amaya and Brian got some privacy.
Yeah. Alrighty. Predictions.
Predictions.
Let's see. I mean, I definitely think Amaya Papaya is going to make it to the finale.
Yep, Huda and Chris as well.
Mhm.
So I really think it's. I think Shelly and Ace unfortunately will make it.
Yeah.
And I could see Alandria and Nick because people are just really
Yeah.
obsessive over
I
them.
could see Taylor and Clark going home tonight.
Yep.
Um,
And then Iris and
and
Pepe next.
you know what? I don't know. Everyone loves them.
If they give
So,
us enough airtime of
mhm.
Iris and Pepe, I think they would make it very far.
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of if they get enough airtime. If anything else weird with Shelly and Ace happen, I think is another possibility if they're just not feeling it.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
know.
obvious, even though they're probably going to fake it because they're so
I
close to
hope
the
that they
end.
go home. I think they're the phoniest couple that's there.
Me too. I 100% agree.
Because like Clark and Taylor, they're really not bothering anybody. People are
No.
just they're fine. And honestly though, I think people like them now because I heard
Yes.
there was a lot of chatter of people being like, "Oh, like Clark was voted like that before we got to see more of them together." And like cuz they ask people for the votes like several days before they actually do the challenge. And then they like, it's not accurate by the time the challenge actually comes.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Like I really don't mind Clark and Taylor. I get maybe Taylor how he handled the whole Landry situation wasn't great, but
Right.
I genuinely think he's not very good at communicating. Not that that's an excuse for this
I
by
just
any
think he
means.
just doesn't get it.
He just doesn't get it. But they seem to be a fine couple. She seems to like him. She continues to be by his side
And that's
despite all
what
the
the
shit he's
show's
getting.
about.
I know. Yeah. So I
Mhm.
would be so happy for Shelly and Ace to go home. I would not be that disappointed if Clark and Taylor went home.
Yeah. I feel like you would be vindicated if Ace and Shelly went home.
Be like, finally, people see what I see. And also, I mean, I also liked Shelly for a while, and I'm on the
I
same
loved Shelly. She was like
negative
my
train.
favorite. And
Yeah.
now I'm like, get her off my screen. Like
Yeah. Those two can
she's just
go.
this phony to
It'll be
me.
very telling what happened with the latest vote that we will find the results for
Mhm.
Monday night or Tuesday night, which is when we're filming this. So
Mhm.
if we're lucky, Shelly and Ace goes home, but I think that'll be a really hard sell.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would very much like Iris and Pepe to stay because I just think that they have major potential.
Do you have a winner pick? We still got like a
Mm,
week, so lock and change. But if you had to pick a
I
winner right
know.
now,
Honestly, the people love Amaya. I honestly think Amaya is just going to take it.
yeah, yeah,
I
I
could
could
see
see
that
it.
happening, especially if her and Brian keep going up and up and up from here. I think they were just like a very good pairing. And I think it's very genuine on both sides. And I think that they just get each other and they have potential to make it work outside of the villa.
Yeah.
Just
And
with
it's sort
the
of like
way
a redemption arc
it
for
is.
Amaya. Or I wouldn't say redemption. Maybe that's more Huda's story. But Amaya's like underdog,
Mm,
finally got her man.
hmm
She had such a hard time. And
hmm
I think Huda and Chris are very similar in that Huda had her redemption arc,
hmm
also had a really hard time in the villa, but came strong. So I think those two couples, I agree. I think Amaya would win because I think she's definitely the fan favorite.
hmm
But I think those two probably are first and second in my mind. They have really challenging experience, learned, showed that they learned, got really perfect matches, in our opinion. And I could see things going well outside the villa.
Yeah. And you know what? She lives in New York. He lives in Boston. It's not that far.
Yeah,
They
honestly,
can
I
make
think
it work. And honestly, Brian will probably level up moving from Everett to New York. So,
yes, exactly. How close are Chris and Huda?
oh God, I think Huda's from North Carolina.
I guess Chris travels a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if he's like nailed down to a place, but obviously, like Huda's probably, not really gonna move.
Yeah. Yeah, that one I mean like it's both with Chris and his
Hmm
career. Huda probably harder to move because you have a family. So
Right.
that one might have more challenges presented to themselves outside of the villa, but
hmm
if anyone could make it work, I think Chris and her could. I would hope for that, but
hmm I
I
just
think it's
saw
hard.
one of my notes that I forgot. I said, Austin, it's okay that you left. Oh well.
Bye.
Bye. Honestly, guys, like I don't really know, like I can't. I
You
mean,
cracked me up. I really liked him and
he
Jaden though.
gave nothing but everything but nothing but something all at the same
At the
time.
same time. I liked him but didn't like him. He was very odd chat, but I enjoyed
Yeah,
him
I told you he's from
on the show.
Saskatchewan.
Yes, exactly.
So
And
funny,
poor
but
I do want to acknowledge Grayson. We haven't talked about
that
her. And
sucked. I mean, Pepe. I think Pepe knows what he likes, and he just. I think she was too similar to Hannah,
yeah, and
and
just didn't have the same like
yeah.
initial spark that Hannah
Mhm.
had. I just feel bad for her because she didn't really have a chance at
Yeah.
all on the
I
show,
did
and
see
she was kind
something
of
though.
forgotten.
I guess there was like a Huda and Pepe conversation about her writing that note because she told Chris that she
Mm.
wrote it, and I guess Pepe had asked her to write it.
Oh.
So
Hmm.
I don't know. I can't wait for the reunion, honestly.
Love the
We
reunion.
probably we're not gonna get it for like another month, probably.
And Sierra and Yulissa are not. Sierra definitely will probably not be on it then. So
That no, they're not gonna give her one more inch of screen time.
no, I mean they shouldn't. They
No,
shouldn't at all.
no.
So
I mean, I'm sure they'll talk about it because at that point everyone's gonna know what's going down. But
yeah, and they
if they
should
don't already,
acknowledge
and
like
everyone
don't
that's
say
already
racial
outside the villa already
offenses.
knows. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
interesting, actually. I don't know if any of them can even comment on it.
yeah. I don't know because we haven't seen them address it at all in any capacity on the show. Like, she just
Because they
basically
obviously
got poofed
know
out of
about it, but
existence.
they haven't spoken their truth yet.
Yeah, but the reunion is my favorite thing.
I
I
know.
wish in some ways it was longer between the finale. Like usually, like you said, it's like a month or so.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I don't know if I could wait.
Oh, no. I need to know. And by last year, all the couples that had broken up had already broken up, and,
True.
like, I
Doesn't
think they
take
figured
long.
out pretty quickly whether it's gonna work or not.
Yeah, agreed.
And we also have the reality show from last season starting soon too.
Yes, that'll
Are
be
you gonna
fun.
watch?
Yeah, I probably will watch it. I like
I'll
that
probably
amusement.
watch too. I'll need something to fill the void.
Fill the void. I know. I can't believe it's like a week left.
I know, but I think that's I think Amaya and Brian being our winners would really check out. I'd be kinda
Yeah,
surprised if it went in the other direction.
yeah, I agree.
Shelly and Ace, I don't think are gonna do in much of anything. Um, Huda and
I
Chris,
think
I do feel like they could have a moment. Um, and Iris and Pepe, I just really want them to.
I would really like. I have a fear that Alandria and Nick is going to squeak in because people have been pushing
Mhm.
that for so hard, but I don't think it's legit. I hope Iris and Pepe take their
Yeah.
place.
I think that they'll make it to the finale, definitely. I don't think they'll win. I'm thinking maybe like 3rd place.
Yeah, I could see it.
I'll count. You know what? I'll put my I'll put in a full theory right now. Tonight, I think. Oh, I said theory, and my phone thought I said Siri. Nope.
Hello.
No, no. Um, I think that it's going to be Taylor and Clark tonight,
Yep,
and
agreed.
then I think that I honestly don't think there's going to be another couple going home. I think that'll be the 5 couples left going into finale.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's what they did
Oh.
last year too.
Okay, I couldn't remember
So,
what last year
and
was.
then putting them in rankings from 5th to 1st. Shelly and Ace in 5th,
Yep,
Iris and Pepe in 4th,
yep,
um, Nick and Alandria in 3rd, Chris and Huda, and then Amaya and Brian.
I agree.
Okay, locking it in.
Locked in.
If we're right, I'm gonna play the lottery. But
Woo!
honestly, it's the only prediction that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Like, I think a lot of shit would have to go down for that to change.
And then if Shelly and Ace went home tonight, then it would be the same, just Taylor and Clark in 5th place.
Yep, agreed. I'll
So
be really, really disappointed if Iris and Pepe go home tonight. I'll be very annoyed with America.
honestly, I think all the girlies will cry just a little bit. But
Yeah.
then I hope to get TikTok Papito after this. I'll keep my
Yes.
fingers crossed. I need that. I need to put that man next to Harry Styles on my wall behind me because
Perfect.
on my man crush wall, it's working. It's in process.
That's amazing.
Michael B. Jordan, you know where to find me. If you're looking,
Hilarious.
you know where to find me. Angelina,
She's ready.
I'm sorry, girl, but
Just clear choice here. Come on.
I'm not fake. I'm not. I don't know who said that. Who said that? I don't know. I didn't really picture her in that way, and then once people started saying that, I was like,
Yes.
oh, you know
I
what?
see it.
She is a little fake.
Yeah. A little
I
bit
could
of a
sniff
mean
that stuff
girl.
out so easily. Like, ah, smells like fake, bitch.
Exactly.
Not doesn't smell like Teen Spirit in here. No, no,
No.
no, no. But yeah, all right. Well, we've got our predictions locked in. We'll see what happens tonight. I am TBD on if I am watching it live tonight, but we'll see if
Text me
I
when
my
you
eyes stay
do.
open long enough.
We'll either be excited or we'll be sad.
Yes, and I'm sure we will be talking before the next.
See how close our
I will
predictions
say
actually come
though,
true.
I this final week, it's like the last week of like your senior year. You're like exhausted, but you're trying to live in the moment, but like you just can't wait for graduation
Yes.
at this point. Like
Yeah, I'm like over it. I'm so over it
so
at
over it,
this
but
point.
also living in the moment.
Yes, yes. It's
I
like the
have
last time.
senioritis for sure right now,
Yes, 100%.
but
I'm sad for it to be ending, but I'm also happy for it to be
don't
ending this
smile because
season.
it's over. Oh no, don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened,
Yeah, there you go. Or cry because it happened for the season,
or
but
cry. That's it. That's all.
period.
Just cry. Period. All right. Well, we will reconvene next week for our final episode. Crazy.
Woo.
Watch. It'll probably they'll be like, never mind. We're gonna do 2 more weeks.
I swear. I
I swear,
swear.
we're done. They haven't brought in
I
anyone
can't.
new in like 2 weeks, so
I need this to be over.
we're done. So regardless if the show keeps going, we're done.
Yeah, this is actually our second to last show, no matter what.
No matter what, we'll see you next summer. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Well, this was Bombshells at the Villa, week 6. We will see you next week for our finale episode.
Woo.
Bye.
Bye.